Hello everybody and welcome back to Journey to the End of the World, where it's going to be a bit weird in this recording session because I'm recording this for the second time. What happened was, and I'll have to explain this now even though I've already explained it in part 42, which is in the future, but I was recording part 42 and we're on part 41 right now, and I ran out of space recording on my because I record to the desktop, which is the small C drive, and then once I've put all the projects together and uploaded them, I move them to the E drive. But I ran out of space on the C drive, so I was like, oh, I'll just put Terraria 59 together and then move that to the E drive, and I'll have some space to just finish off this recording session of Minecraft. But after I'd recorded the next part of Terraria and put it together in Camtasia, I deleted part 40 on Minecraft. I deleted it, but it's like, oh, it's okay, it'll still be in the recycle bin. But it wasn't. Because Camtasia files are so big that they don't save to if you delete them, it's like, this file is too big to be deleted, so we have to just delete it altogether. Like, it's too big to go in the recycle bin, because apparently the recycle bin does have a limit, which is weird because it shouldn't do. But okay, whatever. So I accidentally deleted it, and I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to do? How are we going to solve this issue? So what I've had to do, the only way I can do this is to go back in time. So I've got the proper file where we got to 90,000, and we even got we got a surprise close to 90,000, which we're going to try and take to 100,000 with us, because we've only got to get it 10,000 spaces. But I got to 90,000, and I was like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to save the 90,000 file, put that on our pen drive, so back that up to our pen drive, or USB stick, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Take the backup of this file, so we're back where we were last episode at 82,000, and record back to 86, I think. Let me just check here, because I've got a notepad. I'll just put this into the recording picture. There you go. So you see I've got a start where we've got to start out, which is where we did start out, and we've got to end at 86,000, or call it 87, with a Z of 100. So yeah, we've got to make it 4,000 once again, because we are going to do this legit. I could have just said, oh, the recording corrupt, but no, you might think I'm flying, might think I'm cheating, and we're going to walk to the end of the world legit, even if we have to record once again. But that's good, because I know what's coming, over this hill, where this, after we cross this river. Oh no, we don't even have to cross the river. I thought we had to cross the river. I know there is a big field, so that we can just take the leash off now, and we can ride across that big field there. So I was going to say, why can't I get on Nightmare Moon? So yeah, we can just ride across this big field here and increase our X all the way back up to 86,000. So that's okay. It's going to be a quick recording session. I know not to take that forest, because that forest does end up turning into a dark forest with mushrooms and stuff. So I'll go a little bit off course just to go round the forest. It is turning night time. That's okay though. And we'll just go around the edge of the forest and through that grassy plains there. Well, it might be a grassy plains, it might just be a beach. I don't know. Either way, don't go into the forest. We'll go onto the forest just a little bit. Yeah, we will go into the forest just a little bit to get through really fast. And get through. There we go. And then we're back on the grassy plains / beach. And we're just going to ride up to 86,000 or 87,000, which we're already... Ooh, that's a hole I fell down in the recording that you'll never see, and I nearly made the same mistake twice, but no. Yeah, so we're just going to ride for another 4,000, because we're coming up to 84, so actually it's another 3,000, and then we're good to go. There's that dark forest that I told you about, so instead we're going to take the longer way. It is longer, but that's okay. We're going to take the longer way and go through the field. That way we won't have to navigate that forest. We should be able to just, go faster, because we're not going through the forest. Because when we went through the forest, we were obviously going really slow, because we had to stop, knock out leaves, knock out everything else. Whereas now we're navigating away through the dark forest and just navigating our way around the beach area. So we are going quite far. Oh, run. we are going quite far off course, but at the same time, it's a necessary detour because it'll make us go faster. So we will do what we said we were going to do and take the grassy plain around the edge of this dark forest, and we're good to go. We're good to go. So that's all good. That's all great. I know Sylphie's talking to me. Is that a lava pit? That is a lava pit. We want to avoid that. But yeah, I know Sylphie's talking to me. I wish I could see what Sylphie has to say. But we'll talk to him in like 2 seconds once we just get back to 86,000. Because we're already at 84, so we're alright. Got hit there, but that's okay. We'll just continue to run. And yeah, I don't really know what to say anymore because, like, I did have Lackwood and Scribbles and Obsidian in the call, but they were being antisocial. And it's like, oh, well, that passed the time. But now it's like, well, we can't have that antisocial rant again, so... And why would we? You know, it was kind of a bad recording. Like, part of me is glad that I made that mistake because it was kind of boring because I was like, hey, you know what? This is a thing, and they were just like, Terraria, playing the Terraria mod. It's Terraria, and it's like, look, dude, we're nearing 100,000 here. I'm lagging so much because like I shouldn't even be recording this because you know I've got all those other projects to put together. But it's like, dude, we're nearly at 100,000. We're nearly at this big ass milestone, which is like gonna be a great celebration and all things nice. And what are you doing? You're playing Terraria. Can't you stop playing Terraria for like 2 minutes, literally? Can't you stop playing Terraria for one recording session? You're not missing anything. It's like, no. It's like, alright, well, fuck you then. Antisocial Terraria addicts. And that's kind of like, I did say this in part 42, that's why I kind of don't want to reiterate myself, because I already went over this in, like, part 42 when they were being antisocial and after they'd left. But I'm starting to, like, not enjoy Terraria just because of, like, how people are treating it. Like, Terraria is a good game, so, you know, don't get me wrong there, I still enjoy playing Terraria, but it seems like there's some people that I show Terraria, and they have this major swing, and it's gone completely a 180, and it's like, wow, I can't believe this, because it's like when Scribbles first got Terraria, Obsidian was annoyed because basically it was like, oh, Terraria and Lackwood got Terraria. It's like, oh, Terraria's taking all my friends away, you know. They're not talking to me because they're too busy on Terraria. And then he got it, and he's like, oh, yay, I've got it, and now he's fucking addicted to it. So it's like, oh, well, now you know I know how you felt, Obsidian, but kind of shows how much of a fucking scumbag you all are to be like, oh, it's taking away all of our friends, but when you all get it, then fucking it does a 180. What a scumbag. So we do have to cross an ocean to get to our destination, but that's okay though. It's only a small ocean because we're already at 85,000. We've only got to go one more up to 86,000. So we are nearly at the end within 10 minutes. So it's going to be kind of short, but that's okay because we knew which way to go and we didn't have to do the dark forest this time. So let's get off the horse. Let's put the horse on a leash and let's go swimming. And let's not. Well, actually, you know what? Let's not lose the leash, I was going to say, but it doesn't particularly matter if we do lose the leash, because at the same time, we've already got the other file where we got to 90,000 backed up, so it can be like, hey, even if we lose the leash, we still got the backup. Even if we lost Nightmare Moon is already safe on the other file, so it's like, oh hey, well, I lost Nightmare Moon, but that's okay, because on the other file, she's already safe, she's already at 90,000, she's waiting for us in the future. So, this kind of past file doesn't mean anything, because it's in the past. Like, we can drown, we can do things. Like, when we get to 86,000, which is the, you know, where we left off, and you'll see in the next recording, we could blow ourselves up by a creeper and die with no consequence because it's backed up on the other file at 90,000. So we've basically got a free life, if you will. We have no consequence in this particular folder because it will be deleted to replace with a 90 or the 86,000 one, or 86 to 90,000 video in the next video. So that's cool. And I hope you understood that and I didn't blow your brains with the complexity of it. So, we are crossing an ocean, which, as I did say, is unfortunate. We are just going to get to the Z100, of course, to, end at the Z100 as we did before. And it's okay because, as you know, like, it ends at 87,000. Well, pretty much 86,800. But it ends at 87,000, which is 2,000 away. And that forest did go on for a while, so I know that this ocean is actually a really short ocean. You might be like, oh, it's swimming across an endless ocean, it's going to take forever. But that is not the case, because this ocean is fairly short, and it does end fairly quickly. Like, I think it ends at 85,500, and then we just run 1,000 to 86,500. So, don't worry, this ocean's not that big. It's more of just a regular ocean, not an endless one. So we're at 100, so we'll just turn to face the full east, and actually there you go, there's the forest right there. So we're just going to go straight and go up to the 87,000 mark. And yeah, it's just a little bit of a swim. I can't say much right now because it's just a little bit of a swim. Swimming across the ocean, always the same thing. I can't even stop to see what Sylphie has to say to me because it's like, oh hey Sylphie, you're talking to me, but if I drown, then I'll drown and go back to 83 and we don't want to see that. So we'll just continue to make our way, making our way in the world today. Takes everything you got. I don't know the rest of the words to that song, but when Simon sung it, the best stuff. Did the leash break? No. I was going to say, if the leash broke, we were just going to leave Nightmare Moon. Because again, we're consequence-free right now, because technically Nightmare Moon is safe in the future. So, yeah, I don't mind if the leash breaks too much. But yeah, making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Just when Simon or the Ice King sung that, because he's such a, I could go on a whole podcast about, or a whole video about Adventure Time, and how, like, for me personally, the Ice King / Simon is the best. Well, like, the Ice King can be annoying, but, like, I really, really like the past episodes with Simon, where you see what Simon was like in the past and how he saved Marcy and everything. So, I'd say Simon is the best character, but I could go on for a whole video about that. So, I would rather save that for, like, 80, or 90,000. So, like, when I record again, I'm at 90,000, because I will probably do one more today. When I'm at 90,000, I'll talk about, like, Simon, possibly. But I'm not going to do it now, because, as I say, we're at 85. We're only, like, 1,000 off our destination. We're going to have done this in probably even 16 minutes, maybe 3 more minutes, because it's now just, like, pure forest, but we can navigate it quickly, because being in the past, I know the fastest way, so we'll take this, we'll pick up our leash, we might as well pick it up. Again, I don't know why, because consequence free and we're never going to use it again. And then we'll just like try and run through the forest as fast as possible. And I've just been stuck on the same tree that I got stuck on before, and fell into the same lake that I fell into before, because I tried to navigate the tree. So deja vu right there. We still can't jump up, that's annoying. It's okay though. That's okay. So we're going to just break these as we did before. And then go on. What the hell? There we go. We're free to go. We ride to our final goal. We might be a little bit off course, like, because we are going to 70 here. So we might be a little bit off course on, like, getting to 86,700, but then we'll just, like, run to 100,000. And was this the ravine that is, like, a pain in the ass to cross? No, it's not. It's just because you can get out of it like that. So, there we go. And there is a clear field, that's why I'm taking the clear field, because it's easier to navigate, and then we can just go like this back to 100. So we're okay. Just get stuck under that tree is the only problem. But we have to like go under the tree to go through the tree, if you get what I mean. If you feel me. So we'll break all of these, and then we will be back on the road again. There we go, back on the road. And, oh, we don't have to get... I was going to say we could leash over, but I'm not going to leash over. Because it's faster to just follow the shoreline round because of how fast Nightmare Moon travels. And there's not that many trees along the shoreline, so we're okay. And we're actually 116, so we do need to go over that way. So it's all going to balance out in the end anyway, which is fine. Oh, Nightmare Moon, you come off your leash. Well, you know what? Sorry, Nightmare Moon. I can't be bothered to get the leash out again, because we're so close anyway, and it's probably easier to run without Nightmare Moon, like run through all these trees without her. Because, as I say, consequence free, which is great for me. It's all good and great because I'm going to reload, we'll be back at 90,000, it'll all be great. Although we're not travelling as fast, though. So, is it faster to use Nightmare Moon? Here's the thing. Is it faster because we'll have to stop and break trees to make a path for Nightmare Moon? But she travels faster, so we could be slowed by the fact that we are walking, but we could be sped up by the fact that we don't have to keep getting a leash, don't have to keep, like, navigating around all these cliffs, because we can just, like, swim across with no consequence. Whereas we would have to get the leash out with Nightmare Moon. So it's a double-edged sword. We can either take the leash out and speed across with Nightmare Moon, but it would require us breaking trees to clear a path for her, or we can just swim across and walk ourselves, which is a lot quicker than breaking trees, but we are slower because we're not riding her. So it's a double-edged sword. But either way, we know that we've got Nightmare Moon safe in the future, and basically we can think of it as we actually didn't have Nightmare Moon. Our entire thing was we didn't have Nightmare Moon, we actually found her at 90,000, and she is waiting for... Or she teleported ahead, because technically she's an Alicorn and she has magic powers. So you could just say, well, Nightmare Moon went and found that thing that we find at 90,000. I'm not going to tell you what we find, but we do find something close to 90,000, and I'm like, oh my god, we should totally take this to the 100,000. And then I actually made a second discovery of, oh my god, we'd have to take this to the end of the world. We can't really do that because that involves, like, trying to juggle Nightmare Moon and the thing we found all the way to the end of the world, and I don't know how that'd work. But I still made the decision of, well, I don't know how that'd work, and I never found this place before, and it looks really awesome. But yeah, so I don't know how that would work, and I was like, well, I guess if we're going by that terms, we can at least take what we found to 100,000 and put the thing we found in the village that we're going to make it 100,000, and then when we get to the 100,000 village and we make it and we're ready to leave, then we'll decide, like, okay, we're ready to leave, we're ready to go, what do we want to do here? Like, how are we going to move this thing to the end of the world? Are we even going to move this thing to the end of the world? It's going to be a difficult question, but you know, that's for when we get to 100,000. So yeah, enjoy looking forward, and that's how you know I'm not cheating. Like, you know, you might say, oh well, you just left Nightmare Moon, but then you go to the next episode and you spawn her back in. No. Now this is kind of how you know I'm not cheating, because I'm telling you that we do find something around 90,000. I don't remember what the coordinates were exactly, but I can tell you we do find something at 90,000, and we put that on a leash, and we're like, okay, we can put this on a leash and drag it to 100,000, and then we'll have to think. So that's you now have something to look forward to in the future. Ooh. And we'll just run back to 100 because we are coming close to the end of this video. We're on 86. Where do we end? We're on 86,000. We got to end at 86,900. So 86,900 it shall be. We've just got to make it 900 more paces. So we'll walk around the edge of this cliff to save time. Again, it probably took us a same amount of time actually. Now that I think about it, because we did fall into that ravine with Nightmare Moon, but this time we can just jump around it. But it did take us 25 minutes to get to 86,900, and it's like, okay, it took us 25 minutes riding a horse, and it's taken us 20 minutes so far to get to 86,100. So we got 800 to traverse within 5 minutes. So it was probably 5 minutes faster, but it might actually take us 5 minutes to get to 800, due to how slow we walk. Although again, we could totally eat some food and sprint, because that food will come back, because again, this is being recorded out of sequence. So, no consequence. We might as well eat the food and sprint rather than just walking. We've got to jump up this cliff first. So yeah, let's do that. It'll make it faster, and we can see if we can beat our own personal record on this recording session of taking it down from 20 minutes to from 25 minutes to about 23. It might not even be 23 because we're already at 82.5 or 82.3. 86.3. Get your numbers right, Sparrow. Get your numbers right. So, do we even need to sprint is the question. Yeah, we might as well. Let's... Oh, don't do that. God, I don't... No. Don't migrate accounts. I just wanted to click number 7 and eat some bread so that we can sprint. Don't do any of that bad stuff. Right, there we go. We're at full, and now we sprint. I think I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting. So we sprint all the way to our final destination. Come on, we can beat our 25-minute score, can't we, Mr. Pig? We have to do some jumping up this small hillside, but we can beat our score, Mr. Pig. Oh shit, we're off course. We need to be back at 100. So we'll sprint back to 100 as well. So go on, run, rabbit, run. And then we'll eat lunch, because lunch has just been finished, and we're ready to eat it. Like, it's all cooked. I don't need to eat it, but I just gotta run like another 300, and then we're fine. I might actually start eating it because it's starting to get cold as well. So I might actually start eating on camera, just to make it an actual enjoyable meal. Because it might take us just a little while to get to 86,900. But even if we, you know what, again, it doesn't matter if we take damage. Consequence-free, motherfuckers. So we're gonna run. I remember these rose fields. We're nearly there. And run. Run. And I'm gonna start eating the chips. That is fries to the people in America, but they're chips in England. Because I have got fish and chips from the chip shop. Because it's a really nice chip shop. Oh god, who's the chip shop called now? It's not Jacko's. I was thinking of Jacko's, but Jacko's is like down over there. This is the local one that's like just next door. Because he's a nice man. I think it's Fred's chip shop. Sparrow, you've lived there. How long have you lived next to the chip shop and you don't even know the name of it? I know. The thing is, I do know the name of it, but now I'm on recording, it's completely slipped my mind. Oh, don't freeze. Please don't run out of recording space. We're so close to getting everything leveled out. Don't run out of recording space. We're 300 away from where we should be. So we'll just continue to sprint. Sprint through the forest, around the tree really fast. And we'll take some more chips, because chips are nice. Especially with their gravy. Like, I don't know what it is about English chip shops, you know? But, like, the gravy isn't just made with gravy. Like, it has onions in it, maybe. Like, it's got that secondary taste, and it's like, nom nom nom. This gravy doesn't have, like, the normal OXO gravy, or the normal gravy granules that you make. It has a second taste, like onions or curry, like curry gravy. I can't tell, but like that added taste, that added ingredient to make it have a stranger flavour, does add to the gravy, and I think it makes for a nicer gravy than just regular gravy granules. So that's the thing. We're at 86.7, so we're only 200 away from where we need to end. And it did take us 25 minutes, so we didn't beat our record, because we're already on 24.15. So, never mind. It took us exactly the same amount of time, and it might even take us more, because we're walking. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes recordings corrupt, sometimes you delete them by accident, sometimes you lose them, and a re-record is involved. That's okay, though. I mean, we're at 86,800, so we're only 100 off where we should be. We're nearly at the 100 axis as well, so we'll just head to the 100 axis. and then we can stop. And it's like night time. It kind of ended at the same time of day as well, because obviously it was the same like timeage. We both ended at 25 minutes. So yeah, there you go. So we just gotta navigate our way through these trees really fast and go to 100. We've got to get back to 100 and also back to where we're supposed to be, because we're at 88, 9 or 88, 60, whatever, I don't know, I can't count apparently. And there we are. So we went down here. That's the big asshole we fell down. We're at 100. So where did we end here? 86, 89. No, we ended like a little bit more east. We ended here, correct? Back up 100. So there's the rose bush, and this should be the correct point to end it. 86.9, 86.99. There you go. So yeah, thank you all for watching this part of Journey to the End of the World, which was in the past, but that's okay. And I will see all of you in the next one.